I'm going to do a quick tutorial now on how we can use InDesign's book feature to update colours across multiple documents. So I've got a series of files here for some production cards that need to be white labelled, and if we have a quick look at the files, we can see that they all have the same swatches for each one of the files that I'm clicking across on the tabs. You can sort of see all the swatches are pretty much the same there. Now what I want to be able to do is change the colours in the file, but I want the colours to be able to change in all of the files. So at the moment, if I wanted to say change main text, I can double click on the main text, and if I bring the yellow down and make it white, all of the main text in the file goes white. And if I wanted to say change the brown colour, I can double click onto here, and if I bring my sliders down and put my cyan up say to 100% and bring the other ones down to 0, you'll see that the brand colour pretty quickly updates across the file here like this. But the problem that I've got is that it's only working in one of my files and the other ones are still basically unchanged, and what I want to be able to do is have all of the files changing very quickly in one go, and this is where the book comes in. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back, undo there, Apple Z, so I go back to where I was, and then what I'm going to do is I'm quickly going to close these down, so I'll save that one. Don't need to save the others because we haven't had any changes to them. And then what we're going to do is going to do the same process, but I'm going to do it using a book. So to create a book in InDesign, it's a pretty simple process. We go up to File, we choose New, which I'm sure everyone's familiar with doing, and we're going to go to Book rather than Document. And what this does is it kind of creates a little kind of palette to hold multiple InDesign files. So I'm going to give this a name. I'm going to call it Card Holder, because that's pretty much what it's going to be doing. It's going to be holding the cards like this, and if I click save, I'm going to save it into the same folder. And then what happens is it opens up a palette, and you'll see the palette's got the name Card Holder on the top. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to load my InDesign files into the book. So if I click on the plus, which is here, I can go and open the files. So look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Click open, and you'll see that they all open up and they go into the book holder. Now traditionally the book is used for very large documents like books, hence the names, but we can also use it on smaller files to help us very quickly update multiple changes across multiple files. Now the first thing that we want to do is make sure that we've got one of these little options clicked at the side, and it doesn't really matter for this file which one I choose because they're all pretty much the same. But what this does is it dictates which one of the files is going to be the master file effectively. So I'm going to open up this one, Android tablet. I'm going to double click on that, and that opens the file up that we were looking at earlier. And I'm going to make the same changes that I made earlier. I'm going to make my main text white by double clicking, bringing the yellow slider down like this, and I'm going to double click on the brown colour and I'll make that cyan again by bringing the cyan slider up and bringing the other sliders down like this. And as you'll see, the same changes have basically occurred that we made earlier. All of those colours have updated in the file. But very quickly what I can do is update all the other ones, and it's a dead simple process. I'm just going to select all of the other files by clicking on one, holding the shift key, and then if I click on this little button here, it will synchronize styles and swatches with the source file, which is this one that we've chosen at the top. So this little button here, we click on it, and then what you'll see is that InDesign works away in the background. It will basically synchronize those changes across all of the files, and very simply, once that's done, if we open the other files up, you'll see that the changes and the colors have all pretty much updated across the board like so. So nice, simple, little effective way to use the InDesign book palette to basically make multiple changes, particularly with things like colors, swatches. Can use it with styles as well, and it can really save you a lot of time, particularly when you try to make multiple changes to multiple documents that are all pretty generic and all fairly same. For more information on our InDesign courses, both online and classroom, you can click on this link and visit our website.